I'm Mark Elias. I coach the JV team and go through a few things with hitting right now. First thing we want to do is talk, and Bobby, if you talked about it last night, getting our kids, this is 2nd through 5th grade, right? And not to talk down to them at all, but keep it as simple as we can, but get them as many reps as we can through practice. And starting out with a stance, you want to go through it, okay, as I talk. So as your stance, get wide feet, okay? Little bend your knees. Get our hands lined up with the knocking knuckles. So if you're knocking on the door, another way to check, put the fingers up, okay? That's going to allow for the rotation of our hands to come over rather than getting jammed up on getting through the swing and finding ourselves up. So you got knocking knuckles, hands starting right about this area, and the bat's going to be right. We got a box here or a window, okay? Bat starts right there. Not going to wrap around this way, not too far this way. We're just kind of comfortable right in there. So we got the stance, comfortable, bend the knees a little bit more here, okay? Nice and comfortable. And stance, stride, pivot, swing, okay? Stance, stride, pivot, swing. So we got the stance, we're going to stride, okay? If you notice on the stride, and it's helping with these young kids, we get a lot of young kids that stand here and get here, or they want to be curvy pucket and kick the high knee. As little movement as possible, really, okay? Because once we get here, now we're ready to go. Okay, so you got your stride. Hands are going to slightly move back, because if they stay stationary, now we stay here and we're just trying to pull through. Hitting from a stationary spot is not going to be as effective as getting back a little bit and getting that foot down. Okay, next spot is going to be your pivot. Okay, as you pivot, heel comes back up. Squish the bug, another term that people use. If you want me to repeat anything, let me know. Hands are starting to come forward, and then you got the swing. Okay, your hips have come through. Go ahead. Knob of the bat, bring it back this way a little bit. Okay, starting the swing, knob of the bat is coming this way. Okay, right down to where the ball's going to be. You get a tee, it's going to be making contact out front. Okay, swing, follow through, stop at your point of contact. Okay, just for now. Okay, point of contact, bottom hand should be down, top hand should be up. So you're right, just like this. Okay, again, you can check, and your hands or fingers will be pointing right out at the pitcher. Okay, point your fingers out at the pitcher. Okay, over and under. There you got that. Stance, stride, pivot, swing, and you get your contact right out front. As you're going through some of the drills, follow through up. You get through, get and follow through all the way up. Good job. Now, keeping the kids as active as possible during practice, and I don't know, I'll walk through a couple more things here and then field, what do you want? What are some drills? What are some things that you want to see throughout here? So with the tee work, a lot of kids will jump in and they want to set the tee up about this level right here, okay? Vary it. And I'd say make sure they can get down and get that low pitch too, so that they're not just hitting that waist-high fastball every time, but move the ball around for them. As we're hitting tees, go ahead. You want to make your contact. Most of our kids 2nd through 5th grade right now are going to be making contact, and we're hoping they're getting it right down the middle in most cases. We can talk, pit, or pull up the middle, hitting away, and where the ball placement would be as a tee. But right now, go ahead, stance, stride, pivot, swing, okay? Everything up the middle with these guys. And then you can start working it out where if you've got kids that are a little bit more advanced or into making progress, doing some different things with where their levels are, and you'll gauge that. You're going to see some kids that step out there and they probably belong at an upper level or a little bit more advanced. Your inside pitch, when you come through here, you're going to be wanting to making contact out in front of the plate. So when you get out there, just assume that that's where the tee is. Stop at the contact point, okay? Getting the hands through, and that inside pitch is actually about right out here, okay? You're going to be pulling that one and coming down the line. If you have a chance to move that tee around, that pitch down the middle is going to be right in front here, same thing. We're going to stop, go ahead, right there. And that pitch, hand down, hand up, out in front. And then the most difficult one for our younger kids is that pitch that's on the outer half, okay, or outer third. And some of them are naturally gifted at it because their bat's slow coming through. But as the ball gets deeper and deeper on them, that's where the tee is really handy. And when you see kids seeing the ball away from them, you want to get here, and you're making contact, pivot, swing, and you're making contact on that outer third, driving the ball the other way. If it's something you want to work with and on your players at all, set up a tee on home plate, and you can have kids try to hit right at the shortstop every time. So they might have to back off just a little bit, but if they can start hitting line drives at the shorts from a lefty or at the second baseman from a righty, they're going to get a lot better feel for how to start going the other way and using the whole plate. The other thing that we can incorporate and encourage you to incorporate is the soft toss. This is one area that at this age level, I would strongly recommend that a coach handles all of it if possible. Or if you've got another dad that can help out with it, or whoever, mom or dad, whoever's out there. But when we set up for the soft toss, you can do it in stages. So you could start from your pivot, okay? Get your pivot right now, okay? So at that point, you've already got half your swing done. You're not worried about the extra stance stride right now. You start here and you kind of work backwards into the progression. So with the soft toss, you get your coach, or this can be done with the tees as well. You can start from your pivot and just go to your swing, so you're working hands, hands, hands. And that's going to teach the kid to avoid casting out, and they're using the hands to go right down to the ball. You want to demonstrate that one? Go ahead from there. Perfect. Okay, try again. Okay, and again, that one is just using the hands to get to the ball, so they're not getting all the way through and they're not using extra motion that might be wasted on the front side. Go ahead. Okay. All right. After you've done that with, it could be individual players, now back up, start from scratch, so you got your stance, stride, pivot, swing. Go ahead, all the way through. Okay. And again, it just kind of works that backwards progression so that you're starting here, you're worried about your hands. You get back here, now you've got everything coming through on that swing.